Hello, I'm here with my good friend and recent graduate of the Profile Podcast Academy of June class, June 2024, Mr. Graham Robinson from Australia. Really delighted we connected over the May challenge. He was attending every call and then he said yes and joined the academy. So Graham, welcome, my friend.
Thank you, Payman. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. How about you?
Yes, great. And
Awesome.
now I've completed the academy. I'm ready to launch podcasts and my
Yeah.
consulting business, and away I go.
Yeah. Awesome. Just would like to get your feedback. Tell us a little bit briefly about yourself, your business, and what you do.
So my goal is to work with men who've faced childhood trauma and still struggling with things like anger and sadness and frustration and into their late 50s and 60s. And many people are, because they don't know about the damage that was done to them when they were kids. So that's the area I want to work in. But I also, my background was as a radio broadcaster. So I thought podcasting would be a natural move for me. But of course, when I started doing it, I didn't know very much until I joined the academy and sort of learnt how to do the podcasting, especially about how to get guests on your podcast, how to make sure that you have good quality guests, how to go about finding them, where to find them, and how to make that approach. I had no idea. I thought they would all just come to me, but of course they don't. You need to go and do the work. So that was great, and that really changed my mindset about how to do the podcast and to talk to the people. So that's what I want to do, and the podcast will be aimed at people with those stories to talk about their childhood and how they've survived. And of course, my business will be working with people one-on-one to try and work through some of that, to release some of that trauma. So that's the goal. But I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to podcasting. I'm looking forward to all of it. It's a whole new challenge, and it's going to be great.
Absolutely. Awesome. Uh, what was the main reason that you hadn't started your podcast prior to now?
Lack of confidence in myself, which may sound strange, noting that I'd spent 20 years as a radio broadcaster, but you have to think about that as a job every day. You turn up 9 to 5, you go to work and do it, and you get paid. And it's not something that you think about yourself, whereas podcasting is everything down to you. Finding your guests, organizing everything, editing your podcast, publishing, it's all on your shoulders. So when I thought about it, I didn't really have a clear picture of, I had an idea, but I didn't have a clear picture of how to go about it. Wasn't worried about the recording side of things, but I was certainly concerned about publishing, how to get guests, as I mentioned, didn't know where to get them, and what to do. I thought I could just talk on my podcast, and I realized after attending your academy, if I do more than 3 podcasts with me just talking, people will turn off. So I realize that you need good quality guests that are sort of in line with what your podcast is about. And that's a huge shift for me. And that's what changed my thinking. And that's probably the main thing I learned from the academy, how to go about doing all of that. And it moved my mind into a different area.
Awesome.
So thank you. Well
Very
done.
welcome. Pleasure's all mine. Why did you choose to join my program versus all the other out there?
I liked the way you presented it. I liked the fact that, well, even for me, you accommodated me because I was in Australia, and you made a special time to talk to me, not just the group. I love the group sessions as well because you get more from people. But you made the time for me, which a lot of places are fixed on their times and they can't change, and that's it. Whereas you altered it to make sure you accommodated me, which was fantastic. I like the content and I like the way it's presented because it's very easy to understand, and you break it down in ways that are able to be done. I mean, and plus, I don't. When I was at school, I never was any good at homework. I tried every possible way to avoid it. And you have homework, and it's interesting to do the homework to get the feedback. So I like doing the homework to get the sort of input from yourself and the other people on the academy when they did that work. So that really worked for me. So I liked all of that. And of course, you're a nice person. So,
Thank you.
that helped.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Piggyback on that, was there anything in particular about the program that really helped you out, and why was it so effective?
I think for me, it really was the idea of how to go about inviting people onto your podcast. As I said, I thought I could just do podcasting on my own and away I'd go. And I realize now how silly that idea was. But when you went through about how to invite people, where to find them, which was really important, and how to go about approaching them, the Dream 100 that you introduced as well. Don't hold back on the guests, no matter how high or how influential they are. For me, I mean, I'd love to talk to somebody like Barack Obama. Now, that's number one on my list, but maybe I won't get there, but at least I'll start aiming for that person rather than not trying to strive for the very best guess. So all of that changed. As I said, it really did change my mind as to how I should do it. And that's meant that I now feel confident that I can do a podcast. And I've already got several guests lined up. Because I've gone, every time I talk to somebody, I start thinking, invite them on your podcast. This subject matter is what you want to talk about. So
Absolutely.
that's how it's changed now. And there's also promote.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you think of the support and the community?
Great. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you also offer lifetime access to yourself and to the Facebook community, and the people there are incredibly supportive. And also, there are options to talk to them on your own podcasts if they fit what you're doing. So you've already got a ready-made audience to tap into, to invite. And the fact, though, is that you can put something in that Facebook page or group, and you get good feedback, and so you get good advice. So that's really tremendous.
Thank you. What do you think of the experts within the community?
Yeah, they were great, tremendous. Misha really blew me away. But they were all tremendous. Yeah.
Awesome. And now that you have this knowledge, how do you think this is going to help you in your business moving forward?
It's will allow me to work with my consulting business, the podcasting, whatever I decide to do is now going to allow me to be able to do that properly. It's
Beautiful.
fantastic.
Beautiful. Thank you. If there's anyone watching this that's on the fence about getting on a call with me to speak about implementing and leveraging podcasting for the business, what would you say to them? And what would you say to them?
I would say highly recommend contacting you and having a chat and explaining what they need, and you could explain what you do, because I think they would find great benefit in joining the academy and getting that knowledge. And there's so much knowledge there that you can't share it in one phone call. So you really need to talk to you and then get involved.
Absolutely. And last question, would you recommend this, not only the free 5-day challenge, but also the academy, to someone who's seriously looking to get to build a system, to get to share their story, build expertise, and get leads on demand? They're exactly the leads for their business through podcasting.
Absolutely. Yeah, would do.
Awesome. Thank you very much, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure, delight, and honor working with you, especially working with an actual professional, someone that's been in the world of broadcasting for 20 years. That's really, it's really, gratifying to work with someone like you. So thank you for the opportunity to learn from you as well. And I'm cheering for you any way I can help you. I'm here for you, my friend. Keep shining your light, keep blessing the world, and just keep winning. I'm here for you.
Fantastic. You too. All the
Thank you, my
best.
friend.
Thank you for everything.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Cheers.